finally finished my book. I've been making it for like 2 years on and off, but like really for the last 3 months. And I've been working really hard on it. How hard, you might be asking? Well, I got this keyboard for Christmas, and the keys are already wearing out. Like, you can't even see the Alt key, which is used for color picking, the space bar, which you use for like moving around on it. And I've been making a lot of mistakes, just in general and everything. And you can definitely see that for sure, at least to the painting side, where the Control Z is, it's faded. The Z, it's gone. And I want to be sharing all those mistakes in this video so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I do. So let's get started on the video. My book is called Ruffles the Rubber Duck. It's about a duck that loses her family and has to find a new family. And for every book that I sell, I'm going to be donating one. After spending a lot of time looking for printers, I finally found a printer in China, and hopefully they turn out good. I ordered my first copy. I'm really worried, nervous, excited, all of the above for it. Hopefully that goes good, but it's gonna be a really nice book. I'm saying, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna have a dust cover. It has embossing. It's got full color printing. It's got a hardcover. It's got end pages, if you even know what that is. It's just like the side, this inside cover of each of the pages. It's got everything. I'm really excited for that. So that's supposed to be here before my trip in around 10 days. Really hope it gets here on time. If it doesn't, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, for only pages, I did do them before, but I really wanted to level up the artwork a lot. So I'm going to be showing the before and afters of each of those pages. Yeah, I learned a lot from this, and I feel like my level in painting went up quite a bit too. In terms of like what level I feel like at, if like this is pro, like pro is probably off screen, like that's really good, and this is absolute beginner, I feel like I'm 30% the way there, Yeah, I'm working my way up there. I'm starting to feel more confident with my work and whatnot. But continuing onward, what I had a lot of main issues with this book, primarily with portrait pages. So this is Ethan. He passed away at 2 years old due to a form of brain cancer. Really sad. I'm actually going to be dedicating this book to him. By far the most difficult painting for me, not only because it's a portrait, but just because how important it is to get right. I spent maybe I spent more on this painting than any other painting in the entire book, and I just repainted and repainted and repainted, really trying to get it right. And I mean, I'll say this too. Like the first few hours, I literally spent painting on this. I was just tearing up and crying because it's not a happy thing, but I hope it's I hope it's good enough. It's the best that I can do. I hope people can kind of see the resemblance of him. I did stylize it. I try to make it as full of joy as possible, and I hope it's good. Surprisingly enough, the page that I am most proud of has absolutely no painting on it. It just has my logo on there, and it's a copyright page. It's got the ISBN number. That was a really big pain, I'll tell you. Do not spend hundreds of dollars on it. I know a lot of people do, buying like multiple group packages on it. I literally just Googled cheap ISBNs. I'll put the page on there as well. And I only spent $20 on it, and so far it is working. So I'll update you a little bit further along in the process if this is legit, but as of right now, it is working everywhere that I'm using it for. I also made the cover. I literally just painted it just a little bit. I used a font as a base. I connected all the lines, cleaned it up in Illustrator, brought it back over into Photoshop, added a gradient in the center. On top of that, I just made a little marks on top where I just add a little bit of highlight to it. So I do have a lot of challenges ahead of me, especially with getting sponsors and whatnot, which I will be making another video on, because if I thought I had problems making this, oh boy, it gets way worse. Way worse. Uh, so I made a sponsorship page. When I'm printing in China, they did require me to up the page count to 40 because I was dumb and I forgot about basic graphic design stuff that you need to have in multiples of 8. But I have 8. I just showed 4. You have to have pages in multiples of 8. And because this book is specifically designed for kids in the hospital, I wanted to pack as much fun as entertainment as I can. So in the back of the book, there is going to be a board game map, and I'm planning on making it augmented reality. If I can, I'm going to be trying very hard to do it. So if you look at any of the pages through like a phone, you're going to be able to see like animations. The story is going to be read to you. I know it's a rough time right now with COVID and whatnot, so a lot of people can't even be visited. So I think it's important to have like the kids will have a way that the book will be read to them, even if they're doing it them by themselves. As well, in the very back of the book for the board game, I'm going to try to make it so that you can play the board game that's in the book on augmented reality through the phone. Hopefully that turns out good. I'm definitely going to try my best making that. So on all the pages of the story, there are going to be I Spy. Because my illustrations are very vibrant, detailed, and full page, it gives me a lot of room to put like hidden things and goodies everywhere. So there's going to be I Spies for every single page. So specifically on this page, I think there's 12 stars, 2 paper boats, and a lollipop. So that gives really 2 things. It gives more entertainment, as well as it gives like a bigger audience as well. So it would be, even though it's really hard to keep the attention of like a 2-year-old, having that I Spy feature, it definitely is going to help quite a bit. But so far, everyone that's seen the book, they really love the book, and I hope it turns out good. I was going to make another video about the simple branding on it, but I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of extra content. So coming up with the name for the business, that was rough. I went through over 100 different names. A few of them are going to have on screen, and I just picked the name and I stuck with it. It might not be perfect, but I like it. PGFX, it's a very happy name, and I think it's really a resemblance. I love the color. It's my favorite color. I actually don't like the taste of peaches though, which is kind of funny enough, but that's the name of my company. And how I made the logo, I started off just kind of sketching a few different things. And I wasn't really feeling it very well, so I picked a different font, and I found a font that was somewhat playful, curly, and happy. I decided to go with that one. I think it was Conforta. It's a free font on Google Fonts, and after that I just edited that font. I twisted letters around, really played with it, just trying to make it as fun as possible and exciting. I added a little bit of techie side because I'm a bit of a nerd, so I included that in it. And hopefully that kind of resembles itself a little bit when I do the augmented reality as well. And after that, I chose the color on it. I just lined up all the different colors, and I was having issues picking the color, so I just picked the color that would be easiest to remember, which is a fabulous color. So I went with FAB 496 or 7, geez, one of those two. And yeah, and that's about it. So a little bit about the cost now. About $200 for the hosting. I have around $200 more in just ordering the proof copies, the sample copies from China and Ingram Spark, and a few little miscellaneous costs like printing business cards and stuff, which actually would bring out the cost to around $450. So like the ISBN, printing out like the physical copy of the book that I'm working for augmented reality, business cards, and that's about it. So right now I'm almost $500 in, and yeah, so that's about it. So next I'm going to be doing a video about the sponsorship. Hopefully that goes well, and it's not going well, but hopefully it gets better. And I'll be showing that more in the next video. So please watch that as well, coming out in around a week. So like and subscribe. The more you share this, the more books will be donated in the hospital. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.